Hello everybody, welcome to Tagalog 101 Prelim, but it's section 1. So let's look at some words like greetings. First we have hello, which is Kumusta in Tagalog. And next we have good morning, which is Magandang umaga. So there's also many forms of good mornings. Like next we have good afternoon, which is Magandang hapon. And then after that we have good evening. I'll write it out. And it's Magandang gabi. After that we also have goodbye, which roughly translates to paalam in Tagalog. Then we have see you later, which is a long one. Hanggang sa muli. Yeah. And what you can see here is that if you look at good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, you can see a grammatical similarity. They all have magandang in them, and then after that, it has time of day. Like magandang umaga, so good morning. Magandang hapon, so good afternoon, like that. And then after that, we have how are you? So how do you say that? In Tagalog, it would be Kumusta ka? It should have been a U instead of an A. And you can also say it in a polite way, like Kumusta po. So in Tagalog, po is a way to be polite or show politeness. So I'll write it out here. So add po whenever speaking to elders or teachers. It's like a tiny respect booster. So yeah, you could say po to your teacher at school. If you're saying thank you. So now let's look at some responses to Kumusta ka or po, depending on how you use it. You could say fine, like Mabuti, fine. Or okay, like Ayos. And after that, there's also a tip here. You can also add po in for these words. Like if you're saying to your teacher oh, I'm fine, you could say Mabuti po instead of Mabuti to show more respect to your teacher. For okay, you could say Ayos po. It really depends on who you're talking to, and yeah. Now let's look at some thank yous and welcomes that you can say to others in Tagalog. So there are actually many different ways you can say it. For example, if you just want to say plainly thanks, you could say Salamat. And if you want to say thank you very much for extra respect or understanding, you could say Maraming salamat.